Okay guys, here at the yard again, looking for some Honda Accords and a Cadillac STS. Got a friend that got an fender bender with a deer, looking for a headlight and a fender, and also gonna check out some Acura RSXs, see if there's any goodies. So let's go ahead and see what we can find in this junkyard. 2002 Acura RSX base model in Eternal Blue Pearl. Looks like we have front end collision, some people pulling parts as well. So the easiest way to tell a base motor from a Type S is the manifold. On the base motor, you have a plastic intake manifold, and on the Type S, you have metal. So this is 160 horsepower, and the Type S is 200 horsepower. Got some broken window right there, and a rear shower window. Look at that, guys. I can't believe it. I've been looking for one of these things. Rear privacy cover, still got the tab intact, and got the other tab intact right there. Guys, this privacy cover in black is extremely hard to find. I struck gold, basically. Definitely gonna take this home because I need one of these things. Oh, that stinks. It's got a rear end collision right there. That's what happened to mine, but mine got repaired years ago. And even though this is a base, this has a leather seat option, and sadly it's an automatic. But guys, I can't tell you how happy I am to find this privacy cover. These things are so hard to find, especially with these tabs intact right there. So definitely gonna take this home with me. 1992 Honda Accord in silver. Looks to be an EX trim, has the alloy wheels and the sunroof. The engine is mostly intact, besides the radiator being pulled out. And that bumper's in bad shape. That's a shame. I'm looking for a coupe sedan bumper. Go ahead and pass on that. Center cap's gone, of course. Let's take a look inside. So I got dark red interior. Radio is gone. Keys and ignition. Actually doesn't smell too bad in here. 231,000 miles. That's not too shabby. And sadly, it is automatic. Back seat's relatively clean. Besides some water bottles there on the floor. And sadly, that's what sent this car to the junkyard. Heavy rear end collision. That's probably a good, I don't know, 30, 35 mile an hour impact right there. That's pretty major. Does have the OEM optional spoiler. Spoiler is damaged, it's split right there. And we got a quarter panel rot right there. And there's nothing of value on this car for me, so we'll keep walking and see what we find in the yard. Okay, back at the 1990 Accord Coupe in black. You guys may remember this from a previous video. Got a friend with a coupe, and what he's looking for is these window guide pins right here. Supposedly they're discontinued, and he told me what tool to use, which is a Torx bit. So I brought a Torx tool with me. Now I can't see the Torx head bit from inside. I believe this weather stripping has to come off, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this weather stripping off. Hopefully I can get access to that Torx head and remove those pins. Ended up having to remove the door panel, pull the window off the track, and there's basically a guide where those screw retainers are at. Had to remove that. And looking here at the back side, here's a Torx head screw. I went ahead and put my Torx head tool in there, tried to turn this thing while I held this thing in place with pliers, and this thing just stripped right out. So apologize about that, Manny. I couldn't get this clip for you. I'll go ahead and try on the passenger side, see if I have any better luck. We'll see what happens. 2006 Cadillac STS. This looks like the color I'm looking for. Taillight's already snatched. Rear wheel's gone. And sadly, the fender and headlight I'm looking for is smashed up. Someone else got in a wreck. I'm looking for a driver's side fender and a driver's side headlight. So this is a no-go. Well, there's nothing else to see on this car. I think there's one more STS I need to look at. So let's go see if we can find that one. 2013 Cadillac STS. At least that's what the tag says. However, upon further inspection, this looks like an XTS. As you can see here on my chart, 2013 Cadillac STS. That's a misprint. It should be an XTS. Well, we'll keep looking for a tan STS front fender and the headlight. 1994 Honda Prelude, bright red. Heavy side impact damage on the quarter panel. Also the front fender and door, heavy damage. It's like this says black interior. Carpet's been yanked out on that side. And surprisingly, the seat's in really good shape. That's just too bad the seat's not tan. Otherwise, I'd be getting this for Project CB9. And of course, digital cluster. Can't see the mileage on this. But it is a manual transmission, and I can't go through the gears. So that leads me to believe the transmission's seized up. Most of the engine is intact, minus the exhaust header. Passenger side doesn't look too bad. None of the CB7s here in the yard have a manual transmission. I'm looking for a pedal set. However, I believe the CD7 Accord from 94 to 97 has the same pedal setup, and the website inventory is showing one on row 401. However, you got row 403, 402, and 401 is now gone. Looks like they took the car to the crusher, sadly. So we got one more CD7 to check out. Let's see if that thing has a manual transmission. And there's the white Honda Accord CD7, which is row 224. I went ahead and walked by it. It's an automatic transmission inside the engine bay. Someone's inside the car, so I figured I'd film over here. Don't want to seem awkward here. Well guys, weren't too successful grabbing the Accord coupe window guides from our friend Manny. Those bolts stripped out, sorry about that. And also the manual transmission pedal set for the CB7 or CD7 Accord for the manual transmission, which is the throttle and brake pedal. That's a whole lot different from the automatic version, but we're gonna check out another yard next week and see if we can be successful. But on a positive note, we got an Acura RSX ebony privacy cover with both tabs intact. I am very ecstatic finding this thing. Okay guys, I'm here at the yard. I'm not really dressed for taking cars apart, but it was on my way home. This would save me a trip if there's some success here. So there's 2 Honda Accord CB7s and there's 3 Honda Preludes we want to check out. We're looking for a 5-speed transmission off a Prelude, and we're looking for a front bumper or a rear hatch for Project CB9. Let's go ahead, see what we can find. Okay, here's the vehicle list that the generous cashier was able to print out for me. This is a sporadic stop. I'm looking to see what they've got. This will save me an hour and a half time of traveling tomorrow morning. So if they've got what I'm looking for, I'll just come back tomorrow morning with my tools. Anyways, 3 Honda Preludes and 2 Accord CB7s. I'm really interested in that green CB7. Hopefully it's got a great front bumper. And if it's a wagon, especially the rear hatch. And with a Honda Prelude, I'm looking for a base 5-speed transmission. So let's go ahead and see what these cars have to offer. Okay, I'm on my way to check out those CB7s and Honda Preludes. Now, I'm not dressed for the yard right now, but this is on my way home. If they do have the parts, I'll be able to come up here with the truck tomorrow and grab what I need, but this will save me an hour and a half round trip if they do have the parts. 1991 Accord sedan in beige. Looks like I might have clear corners on there. It's hard to get to with all this debris. Let me walk to the backside. So I'm already snatched the taillight. Trunk's been cleared out. A little rust repair on the quarter panel and wheel arch. 101,000 miles. That's pretty low. Carpet's not in too bad a shape. Seats are pretty good. And of course, radio is yanked out. Okay, seems to be a lagoon over here, especially in this area. I'm not really dressed for a junkyard right now. I had to do a quick stop. I'm not quite sure if I can get access to the passenger side over there. Let me see what I can do. Passenger side fender smashed in. Bumper's hanging off. Yeah, there's nothing of value on this car for me. Let's keep moving. 2000 Honda Prelude, painted black, what was originally silver. And of course, the engine and transmission has been yanked out. I'm looking for a 5-speed transmission for a Prelude. Man, they really picked this car clean apart. No dashboard left over, carpet, seats. And look at all that trash inside there. That's nuts. Well, sorry guys, I can't tell you the mileage on this car. It's missing. And there's what's left over of the back end. No taillights and no rear bumper. Man, they really picked this thing clean apart. Surprised the spoiler's still there. Okay, let's go check out the other 2 Preludes. 2001 Honda Prelude in silver. And of course, the engine and transmission has been yanked out already. Can't even get in, the door handle's missing. But it was an automatic, so I don't really care about that. I'm looking for a base 5-speed. Cluster's gone. And of course, radio's gone. Seats are gone as well. And that's what's left of the back half. Oh, we got some die mat in the trunk. Someone had a bumping system in there. Okay, there's one more Prelude. Let's go ahead and check that out. 2003 Acura CL in silver. OEM spoiler equipped. Quarter panel damage. That may have sent it to the yard. Stinks in here for the most part. See some damage on the driver's seat right there on the lower bottom. Passenger seat might be salvageable. I don't know what that seat bottom is there sitting for. CDR on the glove box. Girls to mess up. That sounds a little shady there. So it's either quarter panel damage, front fender damage, or a pop transmission. These are great cars. Had a 2003. 2000 Honda Prelude. I believe it's taffeta white. OEM spoiler has already been yanked off. Taillights and rear bumper is already gone. And the interior is trashed. Missing seats, missing the airbag, missing instrument cluster. Aftermarket radio still there. And indication of the shifter gone. I believe the transmission's probably missing too. Let's go up front. And as expected, transmission is missing. Surprisingly, the H22 block is still there though. So today was a lost cause for Honda Preludes. We're looking for a 5-speed transmission and 3 of them in the yard. That's basically a record. So no luck, but we'll keep looking. 2006 Cadillac STS, looks like a silver color. I'm looking for a beige, and my neighbor is looking for a beige front fender and a headlight. Just out of curiosity, let's go see what the front end looks like. Well, the front fender is damaged anyways, and of course the headlight's missing. So this is no good. We'll resume the search of a beige Cadillac STS front fender and headlight. 1992 Honda Accord Coupe in Arcadia Green Pearl. Looks like it has the OEM spoiler. Someone's already yanked some taillights. Still has the alloy wheels. Dual radio. You gotta be kidding me. You guys gotta check this out. 508,000 miles. That's the highest Accord CB7 I've ever seen in the yard. 508,000 miles. That is crazy. Interior is not too bad of condition for this mileage. And what I'm looking for is the front bumper. Now, it doesn't look too bad over here. Got a little bit of clear coat peel right there. Still has a lower lip intact. However, you get on the passenger side, and it looks like there is definitely impact on this bumper. Big chunk missing right there. Indentation right there. Sadly, this bumper will not work for Project CB9. We'll have to keep looking. But man, am I amazed. 508,000 miles this car drove. And it was an automatic transmission at that too. And the engine seems to be relatively intact for the most part. All kinds of trash in the back seat. Passenger seat's got a little bit of wear and tear. Again, trash on the passenger floor. And nothing of value in this car for me. And of course, haven't forgotten about Project CB9. Haven't started the H22 in a few weeks. So let's go ahead and fire this thing up to operating temperature, and we'll get the fluids run through it. Well, looks like the battery doesn't have enough charge to get this motor started, so go ahead and hook this up on the battery charger. Now, just a little tip, if you guys are storing your vehicles for wintertime, go ahead and take some dryer sheets and just spread around the interior. You know, 1 or 2 on the floor, a few on the seats, some in the trunk area as well. So just kind of spread these dryer sheets out sporadically. Apparently rodents don't like the smell, but they smell good to humans, so there's no harm done spreading these things out in the car, and this will prevent rodents from making a home inside the cabin of your vehicle. And also, don't forget about your trunk or your rear hatch area if you have a wagon. Dryer sheets aren't expensive, so it's not like it's going to break the bank the more you use. It'll actually make your car smell pretty good too. You know, it's just a few on the floor, a few on the seats. That's really all it takes. And there we have it, some dryer sheets applied to the interior for some hopeful protection from rodents in the winter. Now try and find yourself an economy package. It'll save a lot of money buying the big box here. Alrighty, during those 2 junkyard visits, I was able to get an ebony rear hatch cover from an Acura RSX. These things are extremely hard to find in the yards, just like the CRV picnic tables are. Didn't quite have any luck with CB7 front bumpers, a rear hatch, or a base Prelude 5-speed transmission, but we'll continue on with the search for those. Hope y'all enjoying these junkyard visits, along with the various updates of Project CB9. We got a lot more content coming up in the next few weeks, and hope y'all can join along. And if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and have a fantastic day.